Is the war over? We saw huge drops in crypto and every market has felt the Israel-Iran war. So now Trump says that the ceasefire is happening, but we still have both sides fighting each other. So is the war really over? Commodities like oil, then we have gold. All of these were affected by this 12 days war. And of course, crypto was not left out. So let's take a look at the markets and analyze how things are right now and how could they look in the future. Let's jump right into it. Hello folks, welcome back to another video. Let's jump into the prices for our cryptocurrency. We start with Bitcoin at 105,270. Then we have Ethereum at 2415. We have XRP at 218, BNB 640, Solana at 144. Well, keep in mind, if you look right here, right below me in the screen, you can see that these had huge drops throughout the weekend and throughout yesterday on Monday. So if we actually look at these movements, we can see that the war was a huge impact for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin dropping 7% just because of this war throughout the weekend. And then when Trump says the ceasefire was going to happen, the markets picked back up. Iran threatened to shut down ports, especially places of huge traffic of oil, and that caused oil to spike up. And then Trump says, you're not going to do that with the price of oil. And then oil dropped. Take a look at this. Oil went down 15% right here for the crude oil futures. And this is just because Trump says, no, you guys are not going to raise the price of oil. I'm looking at everyone that is raising these prices. And everyone was scared. Of course, no one's going to mess with Trump. And then the prices fell back down. All of that with the S&P picking back up. The S&P was starting to go down, look downwards with a lot of selling pressure. And then, of course, now it is going back up above the $6,000 right here. We can see the same movement from Bitcoin. We do see the same movement here for Ethereum and for Solana. So a huge drop. Of course, Solana doesn't look as bad because it was already not performing well before all of this. But Ethereum actually took a blow from the 2,500 all the way down to 2,100, and now it is going back up. Again, we still have to take a look and take in consideration that we are now below the 200 moving average and the 100 moving average, which are very close one to another. And it makes us worry that this will become a huge place of importance right now, holding Ethereum for a little bit. Even on Bitcoin, we're still below these two moving averages, which are very, very strong to break as a barrier. On Solana, we are trying to see an upward movement. We were on a downtrend, but now we're back above this downtrend. So you can see we were going down right here, but we broke lower lows, and now we should see higher lows and higher highs. So hopefully we're going to test right here around the 142, and if it bounces off, it means that we have another leg of uptrend here for Solana. So total liquidations for the past 24 hours, Ethereum went up. It surpassed Bitcoin in liquidations. So we are at $500 million liquidated in the past 24 hours, and mostly were shorts. Actually, 73% of all positions liquidated were shorts. So you can see how the market quickly recovered from the fear that it had just a few hours before. Bitcoin is showing a very strange range right now for liquidations. Above is right at the 106 and below it is right at the 104,500. So it could touch either one of these, especially the top one is so strong, you can see it's so wide that if it triggers that, we could see a little bit of a squeeze upwards, maybe towards the 107,400, 107,500. So we have to keep an eye on this if the price is starting to get towards the liquidation zone right here. The IV, the volatility for Ethereum had huge spikes. So selling options here would have been very profitable, but I did not do any trading throughout the weekend because when market has huge uncertainties, you can see that all of this up and down, if we switch to the daily, this happened daily. So we had a downward movement of 10% in 2 days and then up again 14% in 2 days. So it is a huge volatility, but also a huge risk for you to trade options here. So this is exactly why I did not touch options at all. The only way for me to trade right here would have been to maybe sell weekly, but only when, for example, if I was awake or aware right at this time, because we went on very oversold territory, even in the 1 day, for example, we almost touched. So these places right here, look right here, they would have been fantastic to sell weeklies. You could sell weeklies right here or even just dailies. It doesn't matter, but only on when the daily chart, it is a place of extreme overbought or of extreme oversold conditions. Like right here, for example, you could have sold a call very simply because markets were showing that, hey, this is a top right now. You're looking at a top. Look at this. So honestly, this week I will do very little trading. Of course, that doesn't mean that the copy trading won't be working. If we go there right now and click on copy trading, you can see that we are at 3.17 for the month of June. So we picked up. You remember last video we had a little bit of a loss. Now we're back in the green and still back above March, which was the worst month of 2025. Still making 3% is fantastic, but now we're above that. We're 3.17. That being said, talking about Trump, he posted a huge post congratulating both countries, and this was around 24 hours ago when this video is out. But then what happens is that people started saying that none of the countries are actually respecting the ceasefire. Both sides were accusing the other that they were not agreeing to the ceasefire. So the ceasefire is now in effect, says Trump. But then we do see concerns that Iran is still going and Israel is still going. Both sides are saying that, oh, he's attacking me first. No, he's attacking me first. So we don't know what that is. And we don't know if this ceasefire will actually stand or if it will be broken by both sides. Honestly, hopefully this gets solved. People asking if the ceasefire is still in place. So there's a lot of uncertainty in the markets, but just because the ceasefire was globally accepted by all the other countries, they're like, well, good job. Yeah, we need to have a ceasefire. We don't want to continue the war. Even China says that they don't want to escalate this war. They really don't want to have to do anything with it. The world wants to see this going through, the ceasefire to stand. But we don't know. We have to wait to see if both countries are actually going to respect the ceasefire. So the next few hours could be crucial. And even though the markets are going up right now, if again by whatever decision they decide to, hey, the ceasefire is not worth anything for us, we're just going to keep fighting, then we're going to see for sure the markets react in a negative way. But because we still don't have these news, we're still positive that the ceasefire is happening and it is going as expected, or it should go as expected. Markets are reacting positively. S&P 500 has closed in the green yesterday. The futures are in the green, so most likely the S&P will open in the green as well today. So we just have to keep looking at these news, these global news about Iran and Israel to see if they respect the ceasefire. If so, the war indeed should be ended. Of course, tensions are still going to be there, but the war itself, the killing, all the brutality that comes with the war, it should be enough. So this will conclude today's video. The next two videos are going to be pre-recorded because I have some urgent things that I need to take care, and this is going to take me most of Wednesday and Friday, which are usually days where I record and we post these videos for you. So I'm going to record all of them right now. You're going to see me with the same shirt, same face, but hopefully I'll be able to sort this soon, and I should see you guys on the next video. In the meantime, thank you so much, and I'll see you then. Peace.